Hello and welcome back to Friday Minis. Markup. This is an interesting, sort of programming concept that is, being pushed out more and more to just your average consumer. You can see markup in use in various places, right? From right down here in the YouTube comments to places like Reddit and chat apps like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to try and understand what markup really is, how it works, and basically to give you a better idea of how to use it in such places. So to start, let's talk about what markup even is. Here's the deal. You have some text, and the idea is you want to add some more text inside this to mark out certain regions to say that they have some special property. In this context, what we're trying to indicate is usually formatting, things like your bold, italics, underline, etc. Now, here's the deal. If this was Microsoft Word, you would simply select text and then, click a button on top and, it turns bold. But if what you're trying to do is to, do it in a more programming kind of way, you can still do it by injecting special symbols into your text. So that was the general idea of a markup language. And it seems like a lot of these services actually use some variant of what is called Markdown. Markdown is a pretty complete specification for, doing markup, and it's all symbol-based, right? Using certain symbols will have certain actions. Now, in Markdown, you could do, pretty complex things like headings, which, are indicated with a hex sign. Other things like bold and italics are all done with either asterisks or underscores. In these cases, it's the number that counts. You can also do other fancy things like draw out lines by putting in dashes, having code blocks by using backticks, and things like that. But if you're going to talk about, the more common variants where we use them in messaging apps, those tend to be more simplified, more stripped down. Generally, if you put asterisks around text, that makes it bold. If you put underscores, that makes it italics. And you can also use tildes to do strike-through effects. Generally, if you want pre-formatted text, that is, text in which your spacing is preserved, again, you would use backticks, though the number depends on context. Facebook Messenger actually allows you to take this one step further because it allows you to use LaTeX. Now, LaTeX is a far more complex language, and essentially what it allows you to do is to represent things like mathematical equations. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of LaTeX because that is a whole different story, but by actually putting in these symbols, you could write valid LaTeX on the inside and have it actually pass as a, equation or whatever it is. So very, very interesting. By just knowing these symbols, you can add a lot more flair to your messages. And the good thing is, many services work in a similar way, right? It's the same concept, just applied differently. So with this knowledge, you can, send messages to your friends and impress them. But that's it. That's all there is for this episode of Friday Minis. I hope you gained some insight today. But until next time, you're watching 0612 TV with NERDfirst.net. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my work and are feeling generous, you can shoot me a one-time donation on PayPal or sign up for a recurring one on Patreon. Of course, you can simply like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. For more videos, links to my channel and a related playlist are on screen. Thank you for your support.